Okay, Kenrick, little video just to wrap up our session today, mate. So, um, you know, we're working on the hips not sliding enough coming down, right? So you can see how your hips never get past that green line, right? You look at a pro, this is Grant Way, and you watch how his hips get past that green line. So when he's finishing up here, his right pocket actually gets past the green line, look, right, to his finish. You look at your finish, you're nowhere near it, right? So we got to look at the intricacies of what's happening throughout your swing. So, we're working on number one, getting to the top and establishing some more pressure and weight over your left foot, right? By weight, I simply mean the center of your hips needs to be more over your left foot, right? By pressure, I'm simply talking about what it feels like in your left foot. Now you have an issue with bringing your left heel off the ground, right? And that's because there's so much kind of pressure on our right foot that you can bring your left foot off the ground there. So the first thing we're working on is, as we get up to the top, kind of before the club has finished its backswing, establishing more pressure under our lead foot. Now we have an issue with your heel coming off the ground, so we did some work with getting a T-peg underneath your left heel or getting a little divot, something that you could feel and something that keeps your left heel more connected to the ground, right? So, but you've got to establish that feeling at the top of your swing. That's really important. So you can see from the top, P4 down to P5 there, look at the difference in, so maybe he's just establishing a slight bias under the lead foot about now. But from P4 to P5, you watch how much his hips slide, right? So the mass is moving towards on top of his left foot, which then allows him to really push down under this lead foot as well, right? Legs flex, right? We're talking about putting pressure under that lead foot. As you start down, there's none of that, right? So there's no slide, there's no weight movement, there's no sort of there's no lateral movement in the hips, okay? And then as you come down, you can see how that right foot kind of spins around because there's not enough lateral movement with the hips, so therefore the right heel ends up being behind your toes, right, which we spoke about. Whereas if you do it properly with the drills that we worked on, you can see how when you slide your hips, look how his right heel now is in front of his toes, right? You look at that angle. So that's what we're doing with your little drills and your exercises. We're getting you practicing that movement, right, where your hips slide forward. You're trying to get your belt buckle slightly higher, right? But all the pressure now is on the left foot. The mass is over the left foot, so the weight is over the left foot, right? And if you've slid your hips enough and you keep your head in the circle, that's going to produce some right tilt, and also your heel is leading your toes, right? So that's your drill before next lesson, mate. It's saying, right, there's setup, and I need to practice from set up to there. I need to teach my brain where I need to be in that position. The right heel needs to be leading the toes, but you're only going to be able to do that when your hips are sliding effectively enough over your left foot. And also, if we put this line here outside your left pocket, if you do it efficiently enough, that right pocket actually moves past that line. So you can do all this just videoing your swing, drawing some lines on your iPad. All right.